Today is August 9th. These are most important events for this day through history. Eric Bana, born in 1968, is an Australian actor. He gained Hollywood's attention for his performance in the war film Black Hawk Down and by playing the lead role as Hulk Bruce Banner in the Marvel Comics film Hulk. Michael Kors, born in 1959, is a New York City-based fashion designer of American sportswear. He is the honorary chairman and chief creative officer for his company Michael Kors Holdings Limited. On this day in 1963 is born Whitney Houston, an American singer, actress, producer, and model. In 2009, Guinness World Records cited her as the most awarded female act of all time. On this day in 1892, Thomas Edison receives a patent for a two-way telegraph. Telegraphy is the long-distance transmission of textual symbolic messages without the physical exchange of an object bearing the message. The semaphore is a method of telegraphy, whereas pigeon post is not. Telegraphy requires that the method used for encoding the message be known to both sender and receiver. Such methods are designed according to the limits of the signaling medium used. The use of smoke signals, beacons, reflected light signals, and flag semaphore signals are early examples. In the 19th century, the harnessing of electricity led to the invention of electrical telegraphy. The advent of radio in the early 1900s brought about radiotelegraphy and other forms of wireless telegraphy. In the Internet age, telegraphic means developed greatly in sophistication and ease of use, with natural language interfaces that hide the underlying code, allowing such technologies as electronic mail and instant messaging. Betty Boop is an animated cartoon character created by Max Fleischer, with help from animators including Grim Natwick. She originally appeared in the Toy Cartoon and Betty Boop film series, which were produced by Fleischer Studios and released by Paramount Pictures. She has also been featured in comic strips and mass merchandising. Betty Boop made her first appearance on August 9, 1930, in the cartoon Dizzy Dishes, the sixth installment in Fleischer's Toy Cartoon series. Although Clara Bow is often given as being the model for Boop, she actually began as a caricature of singer Helen Kane. The character was originally created as an anthropomorphic French poodle. On the day of the nuclear strike on Thursday, August 9, 1945, the population in Nagasaki was estimated to be 263,000. That day, the Boeing B-29 Superfortress Boxer, commanded by Major Charles Sweeney, departed from Tinian's North Field just before dawn, this time carrying a plutonium bomb codenamed Fat Man. The plane arrived over Nagasaki, but the city was concealed by clouds. At the last minute, the opening of the clouds allowed them to make visual contact with a racetrack in Nagasaki, and they dropped the bomb on the city's Yurikami Valley. After 53 seconds of its release, the bomb exploded at an approximate altitude of 1,800 feet. Within less than a second after the detonation, the north of the city was destroyed. Roughly 39,000 to 80,000 people were killed. About half of these died immediately, while the other half suffered lingering deaths. The shooting of Michael Brown occurred on August 9, 2014, in Ferguson, Missouri, a suburb of St. Louis. Brown, an 18-year-old black man, was fatally shot by Darren Wilson, 28, a white Ferguson police officer. The disputed circumstances of the shooting and the resultant protests and civil unrest sparked a vigorous debate about law enforcement's relationship with African Americans, and police use of force doctrine in Missouri and nationwide. The shooting sparked unrest in Ferguson. Protests, both peaceful and violent, along with vandalism and looting, continued for more than a week, resulting in night curfews. On November 24, 2014, it was announced that the St. Louis County Grand Jury had decided not to indict Wilson. On March 4, 2015, the U.S. Department of Justice cleared Wilson of civil rights violations in the shooting, saying that Wilson shot Michael Brown in self-defense. On this day in 2012 died Dale C. Olson. He was an American writer and publicist, who represented prominent actors and film directors during his career. On this day in 2005 died Judith Perelman Rossner. She was an American novelist, best known for her novel Looking for Mr. Goodbar. On this day in 2004 died Tony Mottola. He was an American guitarist, who released dozens of solo albums. Mottola was born in Kearney, New Jersey. Time is a circus, always packing up and moving away. Ben Hecht.